Good morning, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars, looking at Wednesday, June 3rd, Thursday, June 4th, and June 5th. I don't know how it's going for everybody here. I try to be as honest as I can, and it's really getting harder and harder to stop, to keep track of time. Something is happening definitely with time, and I somewhere have seriously lost a day. And I know that in the middle of July, there is a cradle that happens, and that it has been in a prediction for many years, along with things like the pandemic, um, really starting in the 1990s. This is the last of them, about some great alignment and some real evolutionary energy. And as I look at these days, one of the things that continually comes, and I hear guides talk to me about, is the ability to hold our own space, our own place, and to be curious, to know we're not our thoughts and our feelings. And these are a lot of ands. I try not to use the word but because that negates what you've said before. And not knowing the patterns that have disappeared, the things that we once knew, this feeling of this great change. And perhaps those of us that are tuning into it will not feel it the same. I don't know. So let's talk about this cycle, because all of these cycles leading up to that mid July energy are important, these moon cycles. So we had this Capricorn moon that has switched to Aquarius on the 4th. And one of the things that happen is that Mercury is quite active in a discernment conversation with our Neptune energy. It really wants us to look at what are you responsible for, own it, use your voice, and experience it, and also to experience what you're not responsible for, what you are no longer participating in. There's been a kind of flip-flop energy around what is it to nurture, what is it I find beautiful, what do I cherish, and finding the energy to take an action. But for some people, they're finding more energy for action. Other people are finding more energy for pause. Not, I have a lot of friends just kind of experiencing this, and trying to name it or give you a prediction about it becomes part of the issue. Can I just accept exactly what is coming? And on the 4th, again, Mercury wasn't even in a conversation with our transformation energy. The moon was not in a conversation with a lot of our daily energies. And it was working, though, and still is, in this Uranus energy, this awakening. And Uranus in Gemini is about our DNA. We had it in Taurus, which was awakening it. It is about the scope and sequence of going beyond what we've been told in this kind of keep the circle going energy, that it is going beyond. There is an awakening, and it's going to be both technical, physically technical, as well as about the collective. This is all about this collective energy, because Uranus is a ruler of that Aquarian energy. We have Pluto in that Aquarian energy. We have all of these things aligning in Gemini to experience, to be able to see. And in this great divide recently, I came to realize that it's almost as if we divided off so we can truly see what it is that needs to be dealt with in human beings, in how our governments are working, how the larger picture, how are we going to experience, how are we going to take responsibility in this evolution for ourselves. And again, I come back to, we have to hold our own place, our own space, and get very comfortable and self-confident in who we are. Not about we by examining other people. It's about we for who I am and owning it. It's just not who I am. Even when someone's in your face saying, you have to be this way. No, it's just not who I am. And this conjunction that the moon is in with our Pluto energy is very important, because there's a lot of information coming through beyond timelines intuitively. So pay attention. and be kind to yourself, because as you multiply kindness and space for other people, things can start to fill in. And today on the 5th, we have Void Course at 3:51 p.m. So your own energy is going to be looking at this visionary collective energy. And you're able to activate structures today that help you tune in, turn on, whatever you want to call it, and give you a little more information. There's discernment about where to put my will. Even as I see something, how am I going to align that with that visionary energy? And in the background, we are moving forward. That moon is going to be working with the sun in Gemini, and that moon is working at it when it's your own moon. So give yourself the time today to look at the next steps. And tomorrow, the only aspects that are really working are the aspects of taking a pause, we have that Aquarian moon that moves to Pisces. Well, it's really a void course moon at 8:43 p.m. So we have a really long day, more than 24 hours, with our own energy, our own intuition that is stepping forth. And it's not really looking at everything that we cherish or what we want to expand to nurture. It's really asking us to hold the space of the vision to move forward, hold our own space, our own place. I'm Kitty Foss, your storytelling astrologist. Thank you for those who, it took me a while to get to this. It's been a few days of really trying to tune in. Namaste.